Hey Pisces, welcome in and thank you for joining me in this liminal exchange. I'm CJ and this is going to be your timeless tarot message for whenever you happen to receive it. That's right, it's timeless, so whenever you happen to see it or whenever it shows up on your feed, that's when it's meant for you to receive. Alright, we're going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Riley Valentine. Then we'll pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Cal Gray. Then we'll pull a card from the Spirit Messages deck by John Holland. And then we're going to pull from the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And if you're interested in any of these decks, I'm going to be posting their Amazon link in the description box below. So feel free to check out that description box for any information you might need. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into the shuffle, Pisces. As I get into the shuffle, I'm going to invite our guides into this reading. Heavy on the Archangel Michael, please and thank you. Let's go ahead and get 3 cards for Pisces, please. 3 cards for Pisces. All right, 3 cards literally just fell into my lap. So starting out, Pisces, we have the 5 of Cups. Looking like there's some disappointment here. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. All right. And then we're ending off with the 7 of Wands. All right, Pisces. So this is giving the energy of you're trying to bounce back from a disappointment or a setback. You're trying to set up a comeback from a setback. The reason I said that is because you have the 5 of Wands. I mean, not the 5 of Wands. You have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Wands could be significant here. There could have been a conflict or a struggle in the recent past. But you have the 5 of Cups, right? So that represents disappointment, just being sad, depressed, pretty much just emotionally where you don't want to be, just over it, and mopey and just like, ugh. And then you have the 8 of Pentacles, right? So with this looks like the energy of someone trying to work their pain away or just trying to just like bounce back from like a loss that they recently had. And then with the 7 of Wands, this represents someone sticking up for themselves, someone fighting, getting back into the ring, coming back after a period of loss, like being, you know what, screw that, I'm going to fight this depression, I'm going to fight this negative vibration, and I'm going to get back in and I'm going to win, right? That's the energy of the 7 of Wands. So you're just rebuilding yourself from a period of loss, and you're working and you're pushing through. With the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, that represents like, you know, just like pushing through. And then like with the 5 of Cups energy, it's like you're pushing through a tough energy, or you're trying to push yourself out of a tough energy so you can get back in the ring and fight. Some of you, as a way to cope, you've just been like doing what you do best. That's like some kind of craft that you have. Some of you are like you're into sports, something competitive. With the 7 of Wands here, that's giving the energy of someone like just being out there, like dribbling a ball or doing baseball or football or soccer, just out there doing the most on the field and trying to defend themselves. So yeah, you're trying to win again. You're trying to win again after a period of loss. You're trying to come back. You're trying to build yourself up. And instead of saying trying, I'm going to say you're doing. Because with this 8 of Pentacles card, the 8 of Pentacles doesn't show up unless like you're doing, like you're hammering. So you're actually doing a good job and you're recovering from a period of loss and you're regaining your fire, Pisces. Yes, as you should. And you know how this is so beautiful, because you know how normally people say Pisces are emotional? With this energy being here, starting out with the 5 of Cups and then ending with the 7 of Wands, it's like you're trying to get out of that emotional energy and just bounce back so you can just continue being a baddie. Or just continue winning again. And you're trying to prove the haters wrong, and you're trying to say, no, Pisces are not emotional. Like, we know how to fight. We know how to get out there and do stuff. We know how to put our emotions aside and get to the bag. And for some of you, that's what it's all about. Like, you know that you have to keep going regardless of whatever it was. Some of you, it could have been a relationship, being that we have a male figure in the 5 of Cups and then a female figure in the 7 of Wands. And then like you have the male and the female in the Eight of Pentacles. So it could have been a relationship. Some of it, this could have been somebody that you work with. Some of you are competing against this person. It's like for whatever reason y'all don't work well, or maybe like y'all are good at making money, but maybe for some of you you're in a situation where you're in a romantic relationship with someone at work, and it's kind of making things a little messy and murky. Go figure, that does tend to happen when you mix pleasure and business. No shade, live your life. And I suppose, that does add a level of fun to the job. But, when the emotions go flying and then you gotta, like, fight every day and it makes work hard, you gotta ask yourself, is it wise to really engage in emotional stuff with coworkers? Yeah, for some of you, you're not really into the people that you work with anymore, and you'd rather just work alone, and you feel like you have to go to work and defend yourself every day. Well, there's a lot coming from this reading. But yeah, for some of you, you're just pushing through and you're fighting because you have to like work and you have to put up with it. But yeah, for some of you, I'm getting that like there's somebody at your job that you really cannot stand. Like you do not like working with them at all. Let's go ahead and see what the ancestors and the angels have to say. Let's get a message to complement this reading. Let's get a card to complement this reading. We have Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action, Pisces. So for some of you, like you really cannot stand this person at work. They get on your nerves. So you don't lose your job or go get called to HR. Be graceful in movement and action. Use customer service at all times. Use the way of the human resources Shaolin monk so you don't get called into the principal's office and get in trouble. Let's go ahead and pull from the Spirit Messages deck by John Holland. And for some of you, this fire energy that you're working with the Seven of Wands, it can make you rah, 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 like very like cantankerous and rambunctious, and it can put you in a defensive mode. So just, just kind of like cool off a little bit, be graceful, be fluid, be flexible, like the Shaolin monk. Let's go ahead and pull from the Spirit Messages deck. Spirit, what messages do you have to complement this reading? This one wanted to flip out. We have support. All right, and then we have the imagery of a bunch of people holding an egg that seems to belong to a woman. But it says here, people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from, and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more often. Wait, I'm going to start over. I'm sorry. Support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So this person that you have, that you kind of need them for whatever reason, whether it's a relationship or a job, you have to support each other. That's a purpose that you both serve in each other's life. There's a certain level of support that you give each other, so you kind of have to put up with them right now, at least for the time being, right? And there's like lessons that you have to learn from them. And maybe that's why y'all go back and forth so much, you and this person or whatever. But let's see what Isis has to say. All right, let me know when to stop, Spirit. I am going to stop right here. Since this one, we have Temple of Lapis Lazuli. I love this card. Lapis Lazuli is a beautiful card, and I always keep some around. Look at that Lapis Lazuli tower, Pisces. This is a confirmation. Maybe go pick up some Lapis Lazuli, go research it, or at least go and see what the energy is about. But this is the imagery for it. We have the Lapis Lazuli with we have a pyramid, a star, and a half circle, whatever that is. The message here is, your soul, Pisces, is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help real human culture so that the planet may thrive. So there's a reason to all those emotions that you have, and there's a reason why you're so empathic and why you feel everything, because you're here to help humanity thrive, Pisces. And that's your purpose in dealing with this cantankerous individual that you work with that seems to have you down or whatever, or seems to have some of you down. The message here is like, you're here to bring that person to like a energy of love and understanding. So use your empathic woo-woo magic to help this person, Pisces. That's all I got for you, Pisces. I hope it resonated. If it did, just let me know. And until the next video, have a powerful experience. Thank you.